Radical.
Viewer discretion is advised.
Sometimes I just kind of get home and I'm really tired or I'm unmotivated to do anything with YouTube. So I just go through the comments and I'm like, hey, here's a comment we can talk about. And it doesn't mean if I pick comment that it's anything really special, right? Because I got the comment response show for the medals. So don't any of you be thinking just because I feature your comment in a standalone that you're a medalist. That ain't the case, okay? It's time for Mr. Pebbles. Mr. Pebbles left a comment on my Griffin Gaming was once critical of UTech USA before donating to him like a simp upload. Mr. Pebbles says, I honestly don't care what Griffin Gaming does with his money. It's none of my business. He is genuine about his intentions and tells his fans he's in it to make money, but I've never seen him beg for money from his fans. In fact, he just called out Swegta for legit e-begging. If anything, I would make a video about that dude instead. Here's the thing, Mr. Pebbles, and before I get into my response to you, I did research, meaning I went to the Griffin Gaming channel. I didn't see any video on Swegta. I clicked on the Twitter link, but it didn't take me to a Twitter. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't have a Twitter. I'm not sure. When it comes to all the other social media, maybe it was on some other social media, so I don't really have time to look it up. Sometimes I get misdirected by commenters. I'm not saying you're trying to misdirect me, so I'm just saying that I cannot verify that he called out this Swegta person. But in a minute, I actually will talk about that Swegta upload, which I missed a couple months ago. A couple of you pointed that out, that I could maybe talk about that, but I missed that or didn't have time. Legit e-begging is expected, and I said that in a terminology. I said that in a quotes way. Like, let's see, how would I specifically say this to where people get what I'm saying? Legit e-begging, there you go, is expecting and accepting donations on livestream and Patreon/join. The fact Griffin Gaming is calling out this Swegta individual, which he may not be, I'm not sure, I can't verify it, without mentioning himself shows either a lack of self-awareness or intended misdirection. This is the equivalent of a girl giving all the guys in town head, calling out a girl that gives all the guys in town ass. They are both hoes, just different levels. Meaning, Mr. Pebbles, it's all e-begging, just different levels. Okay? I mean, there's a big difference between, giving a guy, head or I mean, I didn't mean it like literally like, well, there's 3 levels, right? But you can't be a person that is accepting donations on Join or Patreon, especially like the bigger donations, or live streaming for donos, or in the case of Griffin Gaming, actually aiding and abetting e-betting by giving money, $50, to Review Tech USA. You can't be doing all that and then not be like calling out other people for legit e-begging. It would be hilarious to see Review Tech USA if he actually, see that guy over there? He's legit e-begging. People call me e-beggar, but I'm not an e-beggar. They're e-beggars. Let's just, and I have to do this all the time. I'm like, it's taking donations online, motherfuckers. That's what e-begging is. That's what it is. I hate having to constantly explain this to people. All right? Patreon, that's the tool of the e-beggars. Join, that's the tool of the e-beggars. Then everybody says, Rick, could it be possible almost everyone on YouTube's e-begging? I guess so, if they all have Patreon and Join. And it's not for a worthy fucking cause other than buying video games and pizza and shit, then yes, they are all e-begging. All right? I don't have a Join, I don't have a Patreon. You know why? Because I am not an e-beggar. This guy's like, he's just one e-beggar on a long line of assembly line e-beggars I've talked about before. What's different here? Well, this one is a hard partier. He says he's about to become homeless. Please help. The setup to pitch, of course. This ends when you all, of course, donating to him because he's about to become homeless. Why, he's got to pay his rent. Why. This situation, I would say, is there a bonus point or two because he's actually being honest? I don't know. There might be some honesty here that he actually just kind of fucked up. He partied. He blew all of his money. But I don't know though. Like the thing is about YouTube and YouTubers, we can only try to discern things. Like it's easier to sometimes tell if someone's trying to con you than if they're being honest, if that makes sense. Like with Camelot 331, I'm like, okay, that's a fucking con man. We can understand that he's trying to con people out of their money to give to him for something like his NASCAR. But maybe this Swegta person, maybe he generally is kind of a fuck up in life. Maybe he screwed up and maybe, maybe he just wants money because he needs to pay the rent. Or maybe he lives with mommy and daddy. In the case of someone like Chibi Reviews, it was later revealed after his e-begging video, which he talked about he was so sad and he didn't even have anything to eat. It was revealed that he actually lived with mommy and daddy. So a lot of time you don't even know. If someone's recording in their room and you don't hear mommy and daddy, they might be in another room. I'm not sure. I'm just saying, I don't know the situation here with him specifically. This is the first time I've been to the channel, but always be aware that YouTubers will, whenever possible, lie to their own audience. If they are willing to take donations from you, then they will lie to you. They will throw you right up under the bus. It's best to put your faith and believe in somebody like myself who doesn't take a single dime from their own audience. I think more of my audience than to take money donations from them, right? Just kind of putting that out there, right? But, yeah. So, one way of looking at this is, it's kind of stupid to donate to this person in particular. And I know this was from a couple months ago, back from April. But it's stupid to donate to a person like an addict that has admitted to being a hard partier because, what's to stop them from going out and just buying more alcohol? It's kind of like enabling people. He mentioned that he was looking to find a job and he needed some structure. And if that was true, then that's a good thing. It's kind of weird, though, he brought up like a job scraping dead bodies off of the pavement. I don't know what the job title of that would be. I don't know what that pays. I would hope that would pay really well. Because just imagine what a depressing job that would be. Right? Scraping off dead bodies from crime scenes. But part of me thinks maybe he might have said that, so maybe that could be a ploy to get people to say, oh, no, don't do that. Swegta, we don't want you to get that kind of job. I mean, just go to Mickey D's or Dunkin' Donuts. I mean, what the fuck, Right? But I know somebody's got to do it. So I will say out there to the people that have to do that or have done that before, many thanks to you. It's the jobs like that I mean, I have a lot of respect for people that have those kind of jobs. That's very difficult there. Did he find a job now? I'm not sure. This is 2 months later. The important thing is to realize that people like this, fully abled young person like this, they do not need your donations. All right. There's one comment here. Let's see here. From Godot. I'll leave you all on this, right? This is a great comment here from Godot. Well, I was going to donate money to help starving children in underdeveloped countries, but after hearing how Swegta needs money because he partied too much, I see that he needs the money more.